Hello everyone and welcome to another period product video here. If you are not interested in hearing about periods and about products that assist with periods, I would click out. The title should have been warning enough as well as the thumbnail, but if you hadn't been warned, you have now been warned. I am trying out Thinx Panties, period panties. Oh, I'm nervous, you guys. I'm so nervous. I actually got my period last night, so about 24 hours ago, and you know, now that I think about it, I don't know why I didn't just film this then. I was like, oh yeah, I'll do it in the morning. I didn't have time today, but now I do have time to sit down and we're gonna test these out. Normally, I barely ever, in the 12 hours before dumping out and reinserting the cup that I use, the menstrual cup, I rarely have more than a third of it filled. Like just the tiniest little amount. I have a very, very light flow. However, when I woke up today, even just from wearing my cup overnight, and I emptied it in the shower, like I think I had half the cup full. So I don't know, my period is on a rampage this month. I don't know what its deal is. I know it's April Fool's Day today, at least when I am filming this. But as I'm sure many of you know, Mother Nature does not play jokes. When you think, haha, Mother Nature, joke time, right? Funny time, right? Mother Nature doesn't play around. She is all business. All the time. But anyways, it was highly, highly requested that I test out these period panties. I am nervous. I don't remember the last time I used free-flowing type products, aka pads. I really don't. God, how old was I when I started using tampons? I think I was in 9th grade and I got my period in 7th grade. So I think I used pads for like 2 years. And then after that, it was just all tampons all the time because I didn't like the mess of pads, especially overnight. I hate how messy periods are to have when you're sleeping. I remember I used to do the overnight pad in my underwear, and then on top of that, on like, so I suppose it would be like where you're covering your butt crack at the top of your underwear, I would have put another pad so it would effectively, you know, make a T. Does that make sense? Because like when I'm laying down and stuff, it just like the blood, it would go everywhere and then it would get all over my sheets and my underwear, and it was a mess. I hated it. I'm terrified. However, I hear great things about these Thinx panties and that it's still, you're gonna feel dry. It absorbs a lot of blood. All of their underwear is moisture wicking, antimicrobial, absorbent, and leak resistant. In other words, it's period proof. That's their line. These are really quite pricey for underwear. Granted, you know, in the long run, the costs of pads, tampons, all that, compared to this, they would be cheap since these are reusable, they're washable, all that. But thankfully, Thinx does offer a discount if you buy multiple pairs. They call it a cycle set, and pretty much the more pairs you buy, the more you save type of thing. You'll get a bigger discount off. I bought 3 pairs here just for this testing period, and also just because, like I said, I do have a lighter period. It typically lasts anywhere from 3 to 5 days, mainly on the 3 to 4 day mark. So we should be set here. All of them I got in a size extra large, which they say it should be good for a size 14 to 16. I typically do wear in normal underwear either a large or an extra large depending on the brand, and I have heard that these underwear, they do run small, kind of in the sense that I guess the leg holes are tight. And that's, I'm assuming, just to make sure you don't leak. It kind of makes me nervous because I do have some thick thighs, if you will, so we'll see. I hope these aren't too tight on me. I got the cotton brief, which they say are good for heavy days and can hold up to 2 regular tampons worth. These are $34 a pair and they come in multiple different colors. I got the gray. I also got a pair of the Cheeky underwear. These are for light days and holds up to 1 regular tampon's worth. These are $30. And then we've got the hip hugger, which are also for heavy days, so these also hold up to 2 regular tampons worth, and they're also $34, and they're also the best selling on their site. These are the most popular ones. Now for sleeping here, I am going to wear the briefs. Just seems like the most comfortable. I typically do just wear a t-shirt and an underwear to bed, and an underwear. and wear a pair of underwear to bed. Oh, that's cool. The seal on this, it looks like it's just like a white strip of tape, but then once you peel it open, you can see that it actually had said void if opened. I didn't doubt that these were unused, but now I really don't doubt it. Suppose maybe that's because they do have a 60-day money-back guarantee, so if you try these and you don't like them or they didn't work for you, whatever the case is, they say they'll give you your money back, no questions asked. So, on the outside, they feel like normal cotton underwear, and they look like it. I really was expecting like to see super elasticized, tight leg holes, but it feels good. They feel like they're gonna feel, you know, snug and like a normal pair of underwear. It feels kind of like sometimes if you buy a t-shirt or like something through the mail and sometimes they'll put that little piece of tissue paper in between like the folds or whatever. I don't know if that's to keep it smooth. I'm honestly not sure, but it kind of feels like that's in here, but instead of tissue, it feels a bit thicker, like not quite as thick as a pad or anything, but you can also see the material does differ, you know, where you're not gonna get blood. At least you would expect not to get blood up on your belly, but the material for up here where again, it's not going to absorb, feels like the front, but then where it is the absorption, that's where you can feel that there is some sort of a lining sewn in. You can hear that, yeah? Anyways, hopefully this goes far up enough on my butt, you guys. I'm so nervous I'm gonna have an experience like I did back in middle school. Oh, but that's what I'm here for, you know? We are going to test this out. A little sad to see. It looks like the seaming on the side is a little, it's not busted, but you can see some of the seaming is starting to fray a little bit, so hopefully these aren't too snug on me and I don't make it fray even more. Oh boy, here we go. Yay, they fit! Well, they kind of... because of the padding or whatever, the lining in it, it kind of like when you put your legs together, it like folds in half, so it kind of gives you a perma camel toe. I don't know how much I can show on YouTube here, so can't really see anything right, but it does come right below my belly button. Feels nice and sturdy, you know, on my fupa. I'm not muffin topping out or anything. Just feel nice and snug. Let's see. How's that? Not sure if a camel toe will prove to be problematic, but you can see it's not tugging at my thighs or anything on the leg opening. And I would say the lining comes to about half crack, like halfway up my butt crack, so that's worrisome. Maybe I'll try to stay on my side. I sometimes sleep on my back, so it'll just, I'll try real hard so that things don't migrate upwards, but yeah, it's time for bed, you guys. Let's go get comfy cozy, lay down. Oh, please. Oh, I hope these work. So, as many / most of you know by now, upon first meeting, I trust no one and no thing. So, I will have a towel down just in case. As you can see, no stains. Let's just hope it remains stain-free with these period panties on. Keep your fingers crossed for me, people / don't. It's too late by the time you watch this, but I suppose you probably want to know it is at 12:11 in the morning here. I've already had these on for about half an hour, I'd say. So now I can bid you all a good night. Alright, good morning, my friends. I've been laying in bed for like the past hour here listening to lovely construction, and I'm scared to look at my towel, but I think everything is okay. I think it is. Let's look together. Hey, clean. I'm not really sure how this is gonna look, considering the lining is black, but I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Well, I'm in the bath, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna pee, and I'll let you guys know. I am shocked. It looks like nothing. And on the inside, because I know I was curious what it looked like, but you can't even see anything. Like, it doesn't even look like they're wet. Oh, fake, that's a little strange. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on the next pair. This is so cool. The void thing. So here we have these. I got these in the dusk color. I do like the waistband. It's cute. The inside looks the same as the other ones. This one feels a bit more like a swimsuit or something. Like, can you hear that material? I guess it's just because it's got like the silky material on the outside maybe, rather than the cotton of the brief. Okay, so these ones are a bit more of a tighter fit, as I think you can see. The briefs were not like this, you know, where they schmooshed on my thigh for the tighter hold there, yeah, but they're also a little bit lower of a rise, not too much, but overall they're cute, they're comfy. Even though they're tight on the thigh, it doesn't like feel uncomfortably tight or anything. I'm just gonna be wearing these around the apartment today. We'll see how it goes. I'm also gonna need to wash the brief, so we'll also see how that goes. It said you're supposed to rinse these first before you put them in the wash. I don't know. I mean, I did. I rinsed them. I was expecting there to be all sorts of like blood oozing out, but there's nothing. We got clear water here, so I'm not sure why you're supposed to rinse them. Maybe if you have a heavier flow, that'll show or something, but okay, rinsed they have been. I actually just recently did laundry, but I do have some stuff I'll throw in here with the undergarments, and we'll see how they do. They said put these in a mesh laundry bag. But I think that's, you know, I think you're also supposed to put like bras and stuff in those, and I normally don't do that anyway, so I don't know. It's maybe a large size load. We've got it on cold. They also said do not use fabric softener, which is fine. I'm just gonna use the Tide Pods that I always use. Bye, have fun. Bye. Alright, here they are, all washed. I said just lay them out flat to dry. I'm not getting out my whole drying rack just for a pair of underwear. So there, dry on my towel rack. Please be dry by the time I need to put you on tonight to go to bed. Alright, so it is can I read time? It's like 7:36. Is it? I thought that didn't sound right. It is 8:37. I still have not changed. I apparently haven't changed that clock since it's been daylight savings. Some might say I'm behind the times. I'm actually really proud of myself for that one. Anyways, I just put dinner, well, I just put like 10 minutes ago, I threw dinner in the oven. I'm gonna do a workout here and then have dinner. I know. It's a bit late to be having dinner, but I haven't had dinner yet, so I mean, okay. And as of right now, the underwear still has not like leaked or filled up, I don't think. So we're gonna see how these do through a workout. Hopefully nothing goes flying in every which, that would be, ugh, we shall see. Oh, hi friends. So I have since worked out, showered, ate dinner, filmed another video, and now the briefs are back and hopefully they don't leak. I got a new volume of My Hero Academia in the mail. So I'm gonna lay down and read this, and I already know what happens in this volume. But while I do that, I wanted to test out to see, laying on my back, because so far so good. I have had no leaks, no nothing. But the one thing that I am still curious about is when I am laying down on my back, because I very actively made sure I was sleeping on my side all of last night, and then today I was I mean, if I wasn't standing, I was sitting. If I wasn't standing, I was sitting. Aren't most people? Isn't that most people's? In any case, I'm gonna lay down. It is a little after midnight. The undies that I was wearing today, those right at the end of my workout, were full. I definitely was able to see that they were full because your period blood just kind of sits on top of the crotch area. You finally feel wet and, you know, you figure it out. So, thankfully I was able to finally feel that and know that's how you know when you're at your limit. Because I was seriously questioning all day, like, when is it gonna happen? When is it gonna happen? I just didn't know, but now I do. Blah, blah, blah. I'll see you guys when I'm ready to finally go to sleep. Alright, friends, I couldn't help it. I read the whole thing. Like I said, I knew it was gonna happen, but it's 1:17 in the morning. Let's see. Yay! Yay, Fig! Yay! Are you happy for me, Fig? No? Boop. Alright, friends, that's gonna be it for me for tonight. Sweet dreams to all of y'all, and I'll see you in the morning. I got one more pair to test out. No leaks, no leaks. Boop, boop. Yeah! Alrighty, last but not least here, we got the Beige Cheeky. I just love that. These ones I can definitely tell are for a lighter day. It's not that the other ones felt super thick, but I can just tell. And these ones aren't necessarily as tight on the leg hole, but as you can see, they do create a little pucker, little baby thigh muffin. And while I can't show you my bottom, these certainly are cheeky, and because of the padding in them, it's kind of like giving yourself a perma wedgie. I'm honestly not too excited to wear these ones. Alright, my friends, hello, welcome, final check-in / review on these period panties. It has actually been a while. It's probably been going on a week here since I have used these. On the last day of testing, things happened. I didn't want to bring that energy into this video, so I didn't. And here we are. I can tell you about these. They have been washed. Do not be alarmed. I didn't really get a chance to tell you how I felt about these ones. These were my least favorite out of all of them. I don't know if my pair was just poorly constructed or what, but like the lining is a little frayed. I felt like that lining kind of rolled a bit weird. I didn't personally like the fit as much because they are cheeky, which is fine. I don't mind cheeky undies, but with the padding, it just wasn't as comfortable for me. I also felt that it might just be because these are for a lighter day. You know, they can't hold as much. I felt like, I don't know, like maybe these aren't good to wear for a whole day. I felt like out of all of them, this one, it's not that I could smell things, but like at certain points, you know, like during my workouts when I'm doing my stretches and my nose is close to my crotch, like you can smell things. I also felt the least dry in these. I didn't feel wet, but I could tell that I had period hanging out in my underwear. These two I thought did great. I personally liked the brief the best out of all of them. I just felt like they were the most comfortable. I liked the waistband on it. This one, I really like the look of the waistband on this one, but if you have, some people call it a fat apron, some people, myself, I consider that to be a fupa. You know, people have different opinions, but if you have a prominent one like I do myself, this waistband, for whatever reason, it tends to slip underneath it, which I don't find as comfy. I want it to be on top of it. So that's just a personal thing, but I personally found these to be both very comfortable. Like I said, I did think these were more comfy. I think I just liked the cotton of them. So it's really just going to come down to what do you like. Now, how do I feel about these as a whole? Would I recommend them? They're not for me personally, but that's, I think it's just because I have become so accustomed to using tampons previously, but now using menstrual cups. I just personally don't like the feeling of having things out. I like keeping it in and then emptying it and then put it, like, I just feel a lot cleaner not using these kind of products. But I know some people, it doesn't bother them at all to use pads and stuff. So I think if you're used to that feeling, these are gonna feel great. Like, I didn't have any problems with leaking. They wash just great. They don't have any smell after the washing. I just also personally feel like if you do use these and you use just these, depending on your flow and how lengthy your period is, you're gonna need to buy so many of these unless you're gonna be doing laundry every single day, which is just kind of ridiculous to me anyways, and that's gonna get expensive. I do think it's great that Thinx lets you buy these, you know, at a discount if you buy multiple pairs, but I still just think it is so spendy. I mean, for me, if I didn't want to do laundry at any point during my period, I would need to have at least 7 pairs of these on, 7, 8 pairs, you know, wear one throughout the day and then one throughout the night. That's so much. These are so expensive. And to me, that just seems, I don't know, it seems like a lot when you can like buy a menstrual cup. I know they take getting used to, but that's just personal preference here. I shouldn't try and push that on anybody, but yeah, I mean, I do think these are good, especially if you do use a menstrual cup and maybe you just have a really heavy flow or something, or maybe you don't have a very regular period, so you're not sure, maybe you're spotting some days. I could see these kind of things being really freaking handy for that, you know? You won't have to worry about that spotting. It'll just get absorbed in these undies. If you do have an overflowing of your menstrual cup, these will have you covered if you had these on. So I could see these being really great for like a safety blanket. These to me are safety undies, which I don't think is a bad thing. Like I said, I just personally don't need them. I hope overall that review was helpful for you guys. To anyone curious about these period panties from Thinx, let me know down in the comments below if you have tried them and or what are some other period products you may or may not want me to test out here on my channel. As of right now, that's all I got. I've tried out all the cups I have, and I tried out my period panties now, so let me know if there's anything else you want me to test the next time my period rolls around here, and I can definitely do that for you. You can also let me know if you enjoyed the video or found it helpful by giving me a thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate it. And if you are new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe. You can tippity tap that notification bell. You can become a member of my casserole family here on my channel. I'd love to have you here. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. Until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!